Welcome back to Minimal Shift. My name is Shannon, and if you haven't seen any of our videos before, I am a wife, a mother of 3, and the 5 of us are currently all living together in our 350 square foot RV. So today I wanted to take a couple minutes to talk to you about purchasing our RV, which one met our needs best, and the renovations that needed to be done. When Michael and I started talking about maybe having this big lifestyle change that was going to be happening and where we wanted to move, and really just talking about maybe an RV would be best for us for short term, we realized very quickly that our RV that we currently had at the time was not going to meet our needs. It was a great weekend warrior trailer, but it was all one big open area. There were no separate spaces. It was very small for trying to do any kind of living in. So we decided that we should probably start looking for a different RV, and what a task that ended up being. So there were some definite things that I had listed out that I wanted specifically if we were going to be living in this RV. One for sure was to have separate bedrooms. We needed to be able to have separate places, doors that we could close, so that we could close off specific areas. The kids could have their own quiet time, we could have our quiet time, and it would just make everything run a lot smoother for our family. Another thing that we really wanted for Michael and I was to be able to have a king size bed. Michael is 6'2", I'm 5'10", and we are just not queen sized bed sleepers by any means. And we needed that extra length as well, so we were looking for an RV that had the king size mattress. Then something that was really important to me was to be able to have a space where we could get our homeschooling done. That seemed like a feat that I didn't know that if we were going to be able to accomplish, because there was so much that I was thinking that we would be needing to bring along with us to be able to do homeschooling, but I wanted to make sure that we at least had a place where we could be getting school done. Then there was the concern about laundry. I have 3 kids who like to be outside all day long, just like they are right now, and we get dirty. They love to climb trees, they love to play in the dirt, but they're also involved in sports, and we just have our typical laundry that needs to get done and all of the bedding. And so I wanted to find something where we could be doing our own laundry in the RV. I was really overwhelmed at the idea of having to try and fit all of our clothing that we might need into one RV. So I was really looking for really large closet spaces to be able to try and fit as much as we could and bring as much as we could with us, and then try and weed out from there what we actually needed to keep and what could be stored in the meantime. So I set out on a mission to find the perfect trailer. And I know that I had talked to plenty of people, and I knew in the back of my head that there's just not one. There's not a perfect RV that is going to meet every single need or want on my list. But I did have some must-haves, and I set out looking. I went to, I think, every dealership in the Inland Empire to try and figure out what different floor plans we liked, what we didn't like, what we would be able to pull with the truck that we had just purchased. And it very, very quickly I became overwhelmed. There's so many amazing floor plans out now. There's incredible trailers, really. If you want a fifth wheel, if you want a Class A, Class C, just a travel trailer, there's so many choices. But I really was able to start kind of narrowing down what we wanted based on those criteria that I had. And there were a few newer models that I really liked. One in particular was a floor plan that had the living space in the very back, and there was a mid-bunk area that was just a bedroom with a loft that you entered from another entrance, another ladder, and then the master bedroom was up front. I really, really liked that floor plan a lot. I still do. I still look at pictures of those trailers, and I've gone in another one and looked at them and thought, this would be a really great alternative for us. but I couldn't find one for a very good price. Most of them were brand new, and that was just out of our budget completely. I continued to look at RV Trader, Craigslist, RVT.com, all of the different websites, and there was this one RV. It was a big fifth wheel that was used that kept popping up, and it wasn't far from us. It was, you know, maybe 20-30 miles away, and I didn't love the look of the outside of it, and there weren't very many pictures of the inside of it, but the pictures that I did see, I thought maybe it was in decent condition. The price was excellent. So I decided to go ahead and contact the owners. It was a private seller, and they invited me to come out to their property and look at it, and it was pretty incredible. It was actually the trailer that I'm sitting in right now. The couple that owned it before was a retired couple that took really good care of it. There were some things that I hadn't really thought about that could be to our advantage. One was that it was a toy hauler, and we didn't feel like we needed the toy hauler space, but I had seen on another video that you could take that toy hauler space and actually convert it into a room. And so when I was standing inside the trailer, I just kind of started thinking, this could be it. We could do the renovations, and we could actually make this work. So we went ahead and put in an offer, and they accepted. We purchased, and then we brought it home to start all of the renovations. So what renovations did we do to make this trailer our own? We had 3 main areas that we needed to renovate before we could live in it. First off was the master bedroom, and then we did the living room. We also did the boys' bedroom, which was the toy hauler part, the garage area. So up in the master bedroom, there was originally a queen size bed. There was some cabinetry all the way around the bed, making it not possible to be able to fit a king size mattress. So before we even purchased it, I took my tape measure out and I was measuring the walls and trying to figure out if there was something that we could do. And I figured out that we could buy a RV king, which is in between a queen and a king. And it would work if we just took the bed and flipped it so that it was over on the side wall instead of coming out the front. I wasn't exactly sure what we were going to do with that front area, but from the other tours and things that you'll be able to see, we were able to put a lot of storage in there. So we got that RV king in there, we got some extra storage out of the deal, lots of underbed storage, and it really does work out very well for us. We got a really great mattress, and that was pretty much all the work that needed to be done on it. Michael and my brother and dad came in and helped, and they got it all done fairly quickly, and it's really great. It meets all of our needs. So the next place that we had to do some reno on was actually right where I'm sitting. This is just the big long couch, and there were some very heavy duty valances up above where I am. The main living area just felt very dark, and it probably worked really great as a toy hauler, as a weekend wear kind of a thing, but to be living in here all the time, it felt too dark for what I was comfortable with. So we decided we could go ahead and take down all of those big valances. I found some curtains that had, you know, it does have quite a pattern on it, but it was just light and airy and colors that I liked. And then I was able to go ahead and get the couch cushions, the main cushions, reupholstered. And we found a great company that did their reupholstering with indoor-outdoor fabrics. And it said it was like stain proof and water resistant, and it had a whole list, and all I kept thinking of was my boys eating on the couch, and this fabric was great. We have spilled many things on it, and it just wipes right off. It's very durable. It's exactly what we needed. And then I just found all of these big oversized pillows at either Walmart or Target. They were somewhere at each place, and threw them on there. It does get a little crazy with the pillows kind of being thrown all over the place all the time, but it really is a very functional space. It stays nice and clean, and it's pretty comfy too. So then our last project was the boys' room, or the garage portion of this trailer. And so when it came to us, it was definitely a garage, and it had been used in that way. So they had 2 couches that could fold down into beds. They could fold into couches, or you could fold them all the way up to be able to get your quads, dune buggies, whatever you have to take out to the desert and have fun. If those couches would fold all the way up to either side. There's also a bed that would come down and you could sleep on it, or it would raise all the way back up to give you all of that garage space. So right off the bat, I did not like those couches and I did not want them in there. So we were able to take both of the couches and the table out, remove them completely. And when the bed is all the way up to the ceiling, that leaves a wide open room in there. So I went actually to Walmart. I found a pretty cheap, just a big rug that would fit very well in there. We laid down the rug, we cleaned up everything in there. I found some cute decorations to just liven it up a little bit in there. And then I found some apartment size furniture that was nice and lightweight. And we went ahead and put the recliner and the couch in. And then we filled the rest with toys and school supplies. So very soon I'm going to do a tour of that room so you can see how we utilize it and how we make it a boys' bedroom and the school room as well. So thanks so much for watching. I'd love it if you'd subscribe so that we can follow each other on our journeys together. And like is always the best compliment you can give us. I really hope you have a great week, and we'll talk soon.